So welcome back to Diddy Kong Racing, and now we have a task on our hands. We need to find WizPig's whereabouts. So we can fly around the overworld and try to find little hidden passageways. Like maybe up here. This looks suspect. There's nothing up there. We knew of the balloon that was over here, but nothing ever came of it. But maybe there's something on this lookout ledge. It doesn't appear to be the case. It's just lookout. There was no other... Also, we have all 4 trophies. There were no other ways in... There were no other hidden caves behind waterfalls. There was no hidden branching path within the tunnel there. Because there's just the one that leads to the lookout. We can look for hidden caves in the WizPig race all we want, but nothing's gonna show itself. There was the balloon up on this ledge, but there was nothing else about it. So we can check these other high ledges and see that there's nothing. So at this point, the game is very vague about what you have to do. But I will say, clearing all 4 trophy races was important. Clearing all 4 trophy races was necessary to further the game along. Off in the distance here, there's nothing but an invisible wall. I can fly along the edge here and see that it's more invisible wall. And it just keeps steering us further and further towards the beach again. That's all just a bunch of invisible walls. It looks like we're out of leads. But hey. At least the sign looks pretty. It looks nice having all 4 trophies on it like that. So let's go ahead and fly off. And... the trigger was touching the sign. The game never explicitly tells you anything about it, or that the trophy races are important. Also, the lighthouse had meaning. It was a spaceship. Welcome to the hidden 5th world, Future Funland. So we see a TT. So we see a door with a TT with what looks like a TT amulet on it. We see there's a trophy race. No entry. You must collect all the pieces of the TT amulet and have collected 47 balloons. Then you can enter this door. Well, sure enough, this door here has a 39 on it. Space Dust Alley. The theme of this world is space. We're in Spaceland now. And the trick to this is these tracks are some of the longest in the game. Some of the very, very much longest. But forget what I said about Dragon Forest and loving it immediately. This is the world I immediately started loving. This is the world that when I first discovered it, first knew that it even existed, I immediately started loving it. So as you can see, 45 seconds, and I wasn't missing boosts. I wasn't missing any boosters. I even got the blue balloons along. I even got blue balloons along the way to speed that up further. Also, that is something that's really iconic. Just that ship flying overhead and shooting its lasers like that. Like, everything about this world is amazing. I'm going to start with Space Dust Alley. Starting with the music. Space Dust Alley, you get your first taste of just what space looks, of just what the space world looks like. Well, we get all this futuristic looking design. We get the spaceship flying overhead. Like that. We get all these interesting designs. We get flying asteroids. And even through... And looking in the sky, you can see a lot of stars. You can see what looks like a planet. Like, this is just great. Look at this. You can see a planet overhead like that. Like, and Space Dust Alley really gives you that taste of what this world's about. And it only grows from there. Let's go to Dark Moon Caverns. Dark Moon Caverns, judging by the name, is, well, it's on a moon. This is one world where... This is the only world where I can say none of the tracks... Where none of the tracks are underwhelming. Dark Moon Caverns, you have these craters. You have me running into one of the craters, sure enough. You have all these caves with these futuristic-looking arrows directing you. You have more lasers shooting at you. You have more caves. You have this futuristic space station-looking area with a loop. And when you thought you couldn't get enough of that loop, there's another loop. Now, this is where I'm going to say this right now. Dark Moon Caverns is the longest track in the game. If you're not boosting optimally, this track can take upwards of 50 seconds for a lap. It really is that long. And there's limited boosting to be done. I think there's only... I think across the entirety of this course, there's only 4 boosters on the ground. And there's only 3 blue balloons, and 2 of them are in line with each other. And on opposite corners of it, so you can't get a purple... So you can't get a level 3 blue balloon in one lap. But, oh, that wasn't ideal. But because these tracks are so long, okay. What I'm going to say right now might sound weird. After you complete these 4 races, there's no boss. Let's go into Spaceport Alpha next. And Spaceport Alpha differs greatly from the previous 2. Spaceport Alpha is actually based on a space station. And they capture that right away. 337 really doesn't have any meaning. So, through this course of Spaceport Alpha, I'm going to say this right now, this one gives a very Star Wars vibe. So you've got this base here. Oh, I got shot right into the launch thing. And there's that really big defense area right there. Like, this all just really captures the essence of being on a space station, living amongst all those people there, and just like, this feels like where you would prep to go off onto the moon or onto another planet. Like, this really captures that. There's really not much else to say about this particular course. But back to what I was saying earlier. Future Funland has no boss. Once you complete these 4 courses, the game just immediately progresses. And you'll see what I mean by that. Oh, my N64 is really having problems. I missed that barely. But we've come up to the end of Spaceport Alpha. And now, I have a lot to say about this next one. This next one is Star City. Star City, along with Frosty Village, is my favorite track in the entire game. It is tied with Frosty Village. These are the 2 tracks that I remember the best. From when I was like 4 years old and was playing this game for the very first time. Not even really focusing on the adventure, just kind of driving around the tracks. And then when my cousin finally got to this place the first time, and I saw just how amazing this world was, this is the track that really did it for me. This exact one. So you can see the sky is, well, it kind of looks twilighty. That may be from a nearby star. And then you come into here where you get the city aspect of it. And man, do they do the city well. This may be one of the most iconic tracks in the entire game. Like, it even, like, and you even get that, and you even get way out in the distance like that, you get all those are very much like, what am I thinking? You kind of have, like, little outposts there. Kind of for defense, more or less, for lack of a better term. And you've got those spinning rings there. There's just so much about this track. When I say it's iconic, I really mean it. But with that out of the way, next time we continue on. We know this place has a trophy race, but there's definitely more to this. There's definitely more to this game because the TT door said we needed 47 balloons to get through. We have 43. So what's our next task? Well, Space Dust Alley has a 43 door on it. I think you know what that means. And next time we do that, I'll see you then.